I'd just like to say Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Today is we're celebrating, our Valentine's Day for here in the church. So my message today was going to be on that, on God, His love, and Valentine's Day. I researched Valentine's Day for just a little bit to figure out the origins of it. Back in the 3rd century, there was an emperor named Claudius II. He was a Roman emperor, and he was waging a war on everybody around. So he had a vast army and soldiers, and he encountered a problem that his soldiers were getting homesick and lonely because they were missing their family. He put a ban on marriage because he said that single men made better soldiers. But there was a Christian named Saint Valentine that saw the importance of marriage and of love, and behind the emperor's back, secretly wed young couples. And as he kept doing this, the emperor eventually found out and put him in prison and sentenced him to death. And as the story goes, the legend goes of it, is that Father Valentine fell in love with his jealous daughter. And that the people that he had secretly wed would come and visit him in his jail cell and bring him flowers and notes to uplift his spirits while he was awaiting his execution. But on the day that he was executed was February 14th. He slipped a little note to the one he was in love with and signed it, "Your Valentine." So as my little research I did show you, this is where it started. There was other stories that went along with it, but this is the one that I like to went with. As I was preparing to bring you a message today, there's nothing better that I think to talk about on Valentine's Day as we celebrate love as God and how He shows love and what it means. To know love, I believe you have to know God, because God is love. In every aspect of the word, God's love is consistent, it's forgiving, it's stable, it's secure, it's self-controlled, it's merciful, it's comforting. I looked up the definitions to love, and in the Hebrew Bible, there's like 146 different meanings of love. So I couldn't go through all of those, but the one that we use most of the time for God's love is agape. Anyway, when God sent Jesus down from the thunders of heaven, Jesus was the personification of love in the flesh. He fulfilled every attribute of love that we know of. Jesus' love for us is always consistent. It's always forgiving. There's nothing that we can do to stop Jesus from loving us. And when we feel pressure and around us, we're down, Jesus' love is comforting to us. It brings a peace. So all the attributes that I named a while ago about God's love, Jesus fulfilled this. And we know God loves us because John 3:16 God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son, so we should die and have an everlasting relationship with him. God, I mean, he really loves humans. He loves, we were built for him, and for him to send Jesus just shows the message of his love. And the reason for that is because sin separated us from him. And he wanted some way for us to get back into communion with him. So that's why he sent Jesus. Y'all gonna have to give me, I don't like speaking from a lot more here than I thought. But Jesus, say Valentine's Day is for two people who are in love. In my case, I'm gonna call it marriage today. The only way that we're gonna truly know love is to truly know God, and the only way that we can truly know God is if we were saved by Jesus. So God designed this whole plan with us in mind, so that we could experience the gift of marriage, the gift of love between two humans, and only God is able to put your true soulmate in front of you. The message that Trent preached on last Sunday is Genesis 2:18. I had heard a message on this before, a while back, before I was ever married. And it says that and the Lord said, "It is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helpmate. I will make him a helper comparable to him." The only message that was sent around when I heard on this was one letter. I will make a helpmate for him. That signifies there is only one person that is meant for each of us. And the only way that we're ever going to find that is through a relationship with Jesus, through knowing God's love and to know how to find that love. The institution of marriage is only meant between a man and a woman. It is meant for a husband and a wife. And there are certain responsibilities of these as a husband and as a wife. God said that the husband is the head of the family, is the head of the relationship. But I don't believe that just anybody can be the head. You have to have a relationship with Christ to lead you and your family in the right direction. I don't believe a false husband can lead or be the head of his family. And it says that wives are to submit to husbands. Ladies, don't get mad at me. But I kind of interpret that different. Not so much as submit, but to commit to your husbands. To have that everlasting backing, that support, as just like that Jesus has for us. Because wives, we really rely on y'all. More than you know. We may be the head, we may be the muscle, but behind every good man is a great wife. And behind a great wife, or above a great wife, is God and Jesus. So that is very important to wrap your head around. Wives, your influence on us are great. So that aspect can go two ways. If you have a wife that doesn't have a relationship with Jesus and rely on her as her influence, it can go the wrong way, as Eve did to Adam and gave him the fruit. So this is a little note that I run across that, the influence that wives have on their husbands. It's important for both couples to have a relationship with Jesus and know how to guide each other. All right. Next. Ecclesiastes 4:9-12. Before I was married, I was praying for a wife. I was praying for God to put that person in my life. I didn't know who it would be, what it would be. I just knew that I wasn't meant to walk this earth alone, and that I should have a life to spend with someone. 3 days after I met Amy, I told her I was going to marry her. It's crazy, but I knew as soon as I met her that that's the heart that I had been praying for. I knew it. And a lot of people thought that we were crazy to fall in love so fast, but when it's meant, it's meant, and if you know it, you should go on and go with it. But that was definitely the one that God put in my life for me, and I don't believe that our paths would have crossed had I not given my life to Jesus when I did. How it would have wound up for both of us, I don't know if it had or not, but God preordained everything. Everything happens at the right time it's supposed to. Ecclesiastes 4:9-12. 2 are better than 1. This is a scripture, like I was getting to a while ago. When I was praying for a wife, I ran across this and it made a great impact on my life. Through this life, we're always going to have trials. We're going to fall. We need somebody there to help us up. This is my chapter report. It says, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, one will lift up his companion. But woe to him who is alone when he falls, for he has no one to help him up. Again, if 2 lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one be warm alone? Though one may be overpowered by another, 2 can withstand him. A threefold cord is not quickly broken. The threefold cord here is a man, a woman, and God in his marriage. Wives and husbands, your spouse, we have to support each other. Neither which one of us are ever going to stay on top and stay that positive influence, stay that strong. So we have to look for the one that's going to help us up, and it's going to be the one that's always standing by your side, the one that God meant to put by your side because He knew that that's what you needed. As this world continues to change and to grow more away from God, marriage is not as important as it used to be. People get married for many different reasons because that sex out of wedlock got pregnant, so they try to do the right thing because it's better for this purpose or that purpose. A godly marriage is something that provides security that this world is losing faith in, losing control of. is our job as Christians, we take on the being married, we take that covenant with each other, that we show our kids, our future generations, those who are looking at us, that this is what God meant between man and woman and how to preserve life. In a marriage, it's not always good. Sorry. But I think that they should look and see sometimes that it's good for them to see that we have a troubled time, because it's not how you fall that's important, it's how you get back up. And when they know that your kids or teenagers know that you're going through a little trouble, I don't think that they should know the depth or whatever to stress them out, but to let them know that you're going to get in binding times and times that are going to try, that's when they need to look and see that you place your faith on God, that He's what's going to bring you through this, He's what's going to hold your marriage together, and then when things get bad, you don't just throw it in and give up. That's not what marriage is. I know that on Valentine's Day, we celebrate our love, and that we go maybe a little more over and beyond what we would on everyday life. I was thinking about this, like Brother Trent and his team now went through their news last week. What if you knew your spouse or wife or husband today was dead? How would you treat it? How much love would you show? How much would you not important stuff would you cast to the side to show them your heart? We can't always live like that. We can, but we don't. So maybe when you are arguing with your husband or your wife, maybe we should think about that, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. You never know if that person will be there. But when you wake up in the morning and your wife and your husband is still there, give much thanks to God for that, and try to live that one like the next day is not wrong. Amen. So that's kind of a little challenge that I want to take upon myself, is to be more grateful for my wife. And I would encourage y'all to join in also. But that was my message. God is love. God sent Jesus so that we knew what love is, and through Jesus we find our true love. And we have to thank Him for